Hello everyone, this is Dijamni Sharma, Assistant Professor Political Science, Rabindranath Tagore University. Today I am going to discuss the life and the contribution of Pandita Ramabai, who was a championing women's education and social reform in India. She was basically born in the year 1858 in a Brahmin Hindu family, and she championed the course of women education. She was learned Sanskrit from her parents, and she was given the title Pandita because she could read and write Sanskrit, which was remarkable achievement as woman then during that time, and when no women were allowed to uh, learn Sanskrit texts. So the time when she was born was actually characterized by Orthodox Hinduism. In spite of that, she could manage to learn the Sanskrit text, which is regarded as a copyright, something like copyright of the Brahmins. And she went on to set up a mission in Khedgaon near Pune in 1891, and she will work for the widows and the women and uh, against the and also work for the emancipation of the woman. And she was later on awarded by the British as Kaisar Hind Medal for her community service in the year 1919. So when we talk about the social activism of Pandita Ramabai, we can uh, trace back to the early or the last part of the 19th century when she got married with a lower caste person in Bengal. And after the death of his husband in 1882, Pandita Ramabai moved to Pune again and founded Arya Mahila Samaj, a women's society, and who worked for the emancipation of the woman. The purpose of this Arya Mahila Samaj or Arya Women's Society was to promote the cause of women's education and deliverance from the oppression of child marriage. In 1882, when a commission was appointed by the then government of India to look into the education of the woman, she gave evidence before the commission that how education of the woman is important. And in an address to the he addressed before the Lord Ripon's Education Commission, she declared with fervor in 99 cases out of 100 that the educated men of this India are opposed to female education and proper position of the woman. She suggested that teachers be trained and women school inspector be appointed by the government. Further, she said that as the situation in India was that women's conditions were such that women could only medically treat them. So no male doctor. The society was so much orthodox that women could not be treated by a male doctor. That is, they were under the parda system. Most of the women in India are isolated from any other male instead of the husband. The husband can only touch a woman in India. So in that case, when women got ill or they suffered from the illness, it was very much uh, difficult for a woman to get a treatment from a male doctor. and many of the family in India were not allowed the woman to go to a male doctor. So she emphasized for educating women in the medical sector. That is, so there should be some women doctors and women physicians. So she emphasized on, she propounded for women should be admitted in the medical colleges. So Ramabai's evidence created a great sensation and reached Queen Victoria during that time. And it bore fruit later in the starting of the women's medical movement by Lord Dufferin. Ramabai went to Britain in 1883 to start a medical training. However, she was rejected from medical program because of progressive deafness. From Britain again, she traveled to United States in 1886. And when she was in United States, she translated many textbooks and gave lectures throughout the United States and Canada. Then during that time, she also wrote a book entitled The High Caste Hindu Woman, when she portrayed the conditions of high caste Hindu women in India. And this was also the first book that wrote in English by Pandita Ramabai. So the Ramabai dedicated these books to Dr. Joshi, the high caste Hindu woman, to be specified a Brahmin woman who showed the darkest aspect of the life of Hindu women, including child brides and child widows. So to expose the oppression the woman had been faced during that time. And this was, and the Pandita Ramabai, most of the time, uh, dedicated her life towards the emancipation of the woman, and her contribution in the in India in feminist movement in India is most important. So this is all about Pandita, in short, Pandita Ramabai's contribution. Thank you very much.